Hi, collective. This is going to be a collective reading to pick up on the energy of what the majority of all signs that I read for on both of my channels are going through. As always, keep in mind this is general, so not everyone's going to be going through this. It's April 25th, 2022, so that's the time frame I'm picking up on. But if you find this message at another time, it could be for you. It could be meant for you when you see it. This is just, I always ask Spirit when I do a general reading, what are the majority of my collective going through right now? What's the overall theme that all signs might be experiencing in a very generalized way? Keep in mind that things could be opposite and roles could be reversed. If you're new, welcome to my channel. Subscribe and hit the bell so you know when I read for your particular zodiac sign. Link to my website for private readings is also down in the description below. Okay, let's begin. Thanks for listening. So, this looks really good and really interesting. The overall theme from the Psychic Tarot of the Heart Oracle deck is love abounds, the Ace of Cups. We have blossom, control, and then coming together. I have Temperance in reverse at the bottom of the deck. So a new cycle is starting in your life and it is blossoming. I see that you are trying to maintain some control and hold back with strength. But there is a coming together between two people. And I also saw that in the tarot, we have the Wheel of Fortune and the Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands twice, Wheel of Fortune. The Tower is also here as well. And I said, okay, what is the astrological influence at this time? And I have Chiron, hurt and heal, Sagittarius energy, which is optimistic, explorative, and free. I have the Moon at the bottom of the deck, needing to satisfy your emotional needs and nurture yourself. And Trine came out as well, which is about angelic support. You have angelic support at this time. Because I have the presence of the Tower and the Wheel and three aces with Chiron, this is interesting to me. And it could be an enormous opportunity for you to start a new cycle in your life that could really impact your destiny in a powerful way. When the Tower comes out and then we go right to the Wheel, to me, you have this moment where you can play out a cycle of karma, which is not bad. That's where we repeat steps in order to go through a learning process. I've heard it said that humans can be a little redundant. That is to say, we have to do the same thing over and over and over and over again before we really get a lesson. And then we can move on to a cycle of Dharma, which is cycles where we make changes and we build and we grow and we do things differently than we have before. I've always found that for myself personally, when I discuss it with other people, when they enter into this cycle of Dharma, they're a little fumbly. They're doing something differently. They're learning new skills, or they've learned new skills and they're practicing them. And it is bringing in an opportunity of growth. But sometimes growth can be, it feels a little weird because it's different. So Chiron represents kind of our Achilles heel. It's a wound that we never really fully heal. And when you go through your Chiron return, this asteroid returns to where it was the moment of your birth, somewhere between late 40s and early 50s. But it doesn't matter what age you are. It doesn't matter if you're close to your Chiron return or not. There is the presence of an old wound. And it's very important with the Moon coming out to pay very close attention to your emotions. Getting your emotional needs met is very important for you at this time. I strongly recommend looking at your Moon placement and your Chiron placement because there are strengths that you can utilize to help you. And there are also weaknesses and shadow sides in all of our placements. Acknowledging those things and accepting them and being patient and graceful with ourselves you're about to work through a healing. You have an opportunity to partially heal this Chiron wound at this time. But it's an exciting time because you have angelic support. Spirit's watching you enter. Oh my gosh, here's the Ace of Cups again. Spirit's watching you enter into a new cycle and a new phase with an open heart chakra. It's love and creativity, possibly a new relationship right at the beginning. It could also have to do with another part of your life because the Ace of Wands is also here. So some of you, because Sag is coming out, it's very exciting. You feel very passionate. You may feel a spark with something or someone, and it's coming from within you. I feel Aries energy, a lot of growth potential. They want you to explore at this time. They want you to feel a freedom. Your guides want you to feel optimistic while keeping in mind that recently you've triggered your own wounds that keep being triggered over and over again. This cycle that you're stepping into, I can feel it and hear it so strongly. You can step into a cycle that can be part of Dharma and part of a healing process for you. But we can't get that from another person really unless we're associating ourselves with the right kinds of people that help us stay healthy, centered, grounded. The healing does come from within. But there's a new cycle of love coming. I see you coming together with someone. You may go out on a first date or have that really important first conversation. This could also be a really good job interview, a conversation with anyone that's significant and important. It will bring a blossoming, but there is a need to keep it under control. I was like, wow, that's really deep. And there is a sense of impatience and imbalance at this time. You may not have determined the purpose yet. You may not be sure yet if you are truly in alignment with what you're about to step into. You just know that it feels good and you're open to it. And it's a blossoming. It's a blossoming, but there may be a hidden opportunity to heal. So they wanted me to do kind of a round robin spread for the energy around you and then see what your response is to it. I see you stepping away from someone actually and moving into a new cycle, possibly in another direction and with another person. I feel as though you may be temperature checked by someone or you have recently. This person may have an addiction problem as well, because what came out of the messages of love is addiction, and addiction is affecting this relationship. Boundaries, firm boundaries are needed right now. But then I went from that to friendship to new love, and I have these aces. So I feel like these are kind of two energies that are kind of two things happening at once here. I do not think that a new person in your life is the one with the addiction. If they are, you'd have to take a step back and say, look, this friendship is leading to more, but until you can identify your addictions, I have to have boundaries with you. Like, I'm feeling it with you, but my eyes are wide open. You have to control yourself, and so do I. But I feel like this may be someone or something from the past that tempts you. This person may have a problem. You need to have boundaries with them. There's only so much you can do for a person that will not help themselves. But there is a friendship that's leading to more, and then new love. A new love or recommitment to love is developing. I have obsession at the bottom of the deck. Someone in this connection is gripped by obsessive thoughts, and then I have wait and patience. Okay. Timing isn't quite right. Everything will unfold in divine timing. You need to wait. Watch out within yourself, collective, for not being obsessed. Like, there are people who will become limerent and obsessed with a person like that. They meet them, they talk to them a lot over the phone for a week, and they think, oh, this is my person. It could be you, not being obsessed, but like gripped by obsessive thoughts. Some of you are really afraid to play out a bad cycle again, but yet here's a new one coming in from the heart chakra. All this beautiful green. I love it. So watch out for the obsessive thoughts. If you're obsessive about something, it's not going to help heal the Chiron wound. So here's what came out. The reason for the reading is a King of Swords. What's driving them is the Three of Wands. Recent past was the Knight of Wands. What they're thinking about all the time is the Page of Pentacles, and their action towards you is the Eight of Wands. This person is going to communicate with you. Now, let me just cut to you right away. I was like, what's my collective's response to this? Temperance and the Eight of Cups. You're giving this the cold shoulder. I was like, oh, okay, this must be the person with an addiction maybe that you have to have boundaries with. You're like, not today, Satan. It's like, I don't know why I just said that. Maybe they're not Satan. I don't have the devil here, but you don't want this. It would seem, because you're moving towards something new that's really exciting. You want something with growth potential. But this King of Swords came out. I feel like this is a person in your energy. Clarifying the King of Swords is the Chariot, the Nine of Cups, and the Seven of Cups. They could have air or Cancer in their chart. I also have Leo and Pisces here as well. Of course, they could be any sign. This person's coming out as a person that's very intelligent, but they have a controlling side, perhaps. It's just an air sign. Clarifying this, it looks like this person may travel. This person may live in the moment. They may be somewhat transitory. They are a happy, joyful person. They live in the moment. They have a lot of options. This person seems to think that they have control over their life. But they won't settle down, I don't think, with the Seven of Cups. They're happy with every cup they pick up. I also get the sense that they travel quite a bit with the Chariot. What's driving them is the Three of Wands. And I think they're at a distance from you. Clarifying the Three of Wands is the Seven of Swords, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Two of Cups. I think this is a person that's always kind of given you the runaround. Thanks for playing today. He's grinning, he smirks, he flirts, he looks over his shoulder. He never really tells the truth. You never really know what's going on with this person. Or there was never really a good, firm connection between the two of you. But then they stop and think about it a little bit. Two of Cups. They look themselves in the mirror. They think about you. They think, when they think about their future, they may kind of leave you behind to a degree with the Seven of Swords and the Chariot, but then they stop and think, well, there was really something with you, with her, with him. I know I have men here as well. They think about it. But in the recent past, I think that there was a block between the two of you. In the recent past, the Knight of Wands. Clarifying the Knight of Wands is the Sun, the Three of Cups, and the Two of Swords. I feel like this is you blocking them. This person was a lot of fun, but they were uncommitted. Very passionate. I think I see travel here. Sorry, there's a jet going over my apartment. Fun, happiness, going all over the place. And you may have blocked this out. This can be considered a fun energy, but a player energy. Also, it's maybe less mature than this king. And now I think maybe this person thinks about blocking it out. What they're thinking about towards you is the Page of Pentacles. They may have learned a little lesson. He always looks a little sorry. He wants to communicate. He wants to see what's going on with you. I want to show you something. When I clarified that it is a communication of some kind, clarifying this, I have the Five of Cups, the Moon, and the Knight of Cups. Oh boy, this person's very emotional. They may talk about regrets. It's like they talk about their regrets and they talk about their emotions, but they talk about their heavy emotions. They may maximize, amplify, and make almost and romanticize these heavier, deeper emotions. They may be very creative. They may be very poetic. This person might have just written a really powerful, beautiful, romantic song, or they've heard one and they may send it to you or talk to you about it. They're not necessarily bringing in the most positive energy, even though the Knight of Cups is here. There's something sort of regretful, sad, and heavy. And yet they kind of romanticize that. We have this king here, but I'm also seeing less mature energy. And their action towards you is the Eight of Wands. Messages, texts in particular. I also just saw Instagram, maybe email. And I said, why are they doing this? And I have the Six of Swords, the Page of Wands, and the Four of Cups, because they're bored. That's why. I'm a little bored. Things are moving kind of slowly. There's not all this excitement in my life. This person may kind of drum up and create something creative and dramatic. When I get the Page of Wands for a grown man or a woman, they're looking for something to do. They want fun. They want to communicate. Four of Cups. They are a little, like, they're just bored. They're a little itchy for something to do. They think about you. They can't get you off their mind. This person may have been the person with an addiction. They might not have been able to settle down. I also think they romanticize difficult things they've been through in the past. You may have done trauma bonding with this person. And this person messages you when they're feeling a little bored and stuck. And that is why you're like, I'm sorry, you don't seem interested in this at all. And I was like, okay, well, that's not this. I dropped these cards out first. This is a person that I think maybe triggered the wound. This person's been in and out of your life. You may have invested in them for a period of time. They maybe think that they can remind you of that. Yeah. I'm not seeing like regret or them really wanting to connect with you. I see a person that's not at all settled down, and I think that you know that. And I said, okay, well, where are they walking away to? I let many cards drop out. The Tower. You're done with this kind of cycle. And when we get the Tower and the Wheel, you have a chance to do it all differently. This Tower represents something that was built in the wrong place with the wrong materials for the wrong reasons, way up high in the sky on a mountain that was prone to lightning strikes to begin with. And as I always say about the Tower, they're not walking out, they're falling out, and they're not wearing any clothes. This is like a massive sudden ending, a massive sudden shift. Something might have happened between the two of you for a reason, to give you a chance to see your cycles and to see how you are in control of your own destiny. And with the Tower, for you, came this enlightenment. I love the Two of Wands in this card, being shown the way. If this hadn't happened, you wouldn't be shown the way. You're turning your back on it as well. All done with that. Now you see calm waters. What you see is calm. What you see is a transition. What you see is a rite of passage. What you see is movement away from conflict, loss, and change. And I was like, that's nice. So I think it's been kind of like an after the storm kind of feeling for you for a while. I have a 6 here. I also have a 2 here. Maybe a couple months, even a year or so since you've talked to someone. It was just no, like with Temperance and the 8 of Cups. And then what followed was really great. It mirrored this. I have the Page of Cups, the Ace of Wands, here's the 2 of Cups again, and the 3 of Pentacles. And I stopped because this is a general reading, and, you know, the court cards coming out can be very specific for just specific people. What I see here is you feel with the Page of Cups, that's an invitation. That's good news. This looks like that new love and a friendship that's leading to more. Now, it could be relationship, but it could also be something that excites you for career or work. You are intuitively, emotionally drawn to it. You could get an invitation of some kind at this time that you see a lot of growth potential. It excites you. Potential for good conversation with someone that where you really feel like the two of you have quite a bit in common, or you're feeling this situation. 3 of Pentacles. I'll show you mine if you show me yours. That's what I feel like with this. It is a bit hesitant between you or this person, but it could be built upon in the 3D. Pentacle realm is what's actually happening. You could be recognized and rewarded for what you bring to the table. I see you not diving in like a lunatic, just slowly building, learning, and growing. This is going in a really good direction, right? But you're just still not sure just yet. And Again, this Chiron wound showed up for a reason. There is a chance to take action as you move forward into this new cycle if you take the right actions in the right way, if you have some structure to your dating, if you keep control of yourself during a blossoming process, as opposed to diving in or playing out the negative traits of your Chiron placement. You have this chance to, the next cycle could be part of a healing process for you in ways that you didn't realize. Definitely be optimistic. I have more Sag energy. I said, show me what my collective looks like overall and what's happening. I liked what came out of this too. I have Crone, Sagittarius. Some of you I'm picking up on Sag energy, or maybe a Sag has come into your life. They're great, by the way. Very optimistic, very creative, future focused, very philosophical. So sexy, so fun. But I have Crone, Sagittarius, fire. There's that Ace of Wands. And communicator, I have Queen at the bottom of the deck. Ooh, an old soul. Yes, a lot of wisdom you have built upon now. I also have friend in reverse and empath. Okay, this is the person you're letting go of. Ooh, he was a shadow king. Yeah. I also have reunion down here. I'm sorry, you can't see this deck. He wanted a reunion. No, stay away from the shadow king. He's not your friend. Friend was in reverse in the deck. You've been empathically drawn to him. You learned a lot from it, but it was part of a wound. Right now, with Crone energy coming out, you're being attracted to, or you yourself are embodying a lot of wisdom and personal life experience. You're very excited. You know where you're going. You're very passionate. You're drawing people towards yourself with your passion and your optimism. You're very communicative right now. You could also be connecting to someone who has got like this great Mercury placement. Communication is important. And you're in Queen energy, which is creating. The Queens create. And they're solution focused. King sustains and is a strategist. It's very grounded. So I see you creating this fantastic energy. I see someone that's older and wiser, but knows exactly what they want. Look at her, she knows what she wants. She's just going to let the arrow fly and be passionate. A lot of good communication coming in. And being drawn to a queen or being a queen yourself. So that's what I see the majority of my collective going through right now. Again, that's the purpose of the collective reading. It's like, what are all signs going through the most? I can see it here. A lot of you are starting a brand new cycle. You met someone new, whole new lease on life. It is blossoming. And there's just going to be this energy around you that is a bit playerish, I think. Again, this person may have an addiction, and you have to have boundaries with them and continue to walk away. It all blew apart for a reason. Now something new is happening for you. I feel as though you guys are going to have the beginnings of a good relationship or a really good cycle in your life, which I love. I love. All right, you guys, that's a collective reading for middle to end of April 2022. It could be timeless for you, though, when you find it. I hope it resonates. I hope it's validating, and I hope it helps. Thanks for being here. Like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Link to my website is also down in the description below for private readings. I'm always listening to the universe for you, Soma Chandra Collective. Take care. I love you guys. I'll see you next time.